Radhe Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddher Bhavatu Me Sada Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kamsachano Ramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Hari Om, Krishna Vande Jagadguru. Yes, can someone recollect what is it that we've seen last? We form the link and move ahead. Yes, anybody?
The takeaway is prioritize the divine in your life
Yeah,
at all times.
yeah. Yes, that was one of the takeaways, and we had entered into what is the ninth adhyaya of the Gita. 10th adhyaya, sorry, the 10th adhyaya of the Gita, where Krishna said that I shall part you the wisdom of the divine. Through words, I'm going to pass on a message to you. Through words, I'm going to pass on to you some secret of the divinity that resides in the world. So we also discussed the possibility can how much can we understand through words, where we can understand things that are in the domain of the cognition of our mind. But if we are more receptive, there are states of metacognition which are possible. It is possible that for us that we will be able to understand more than what we know. So let us see what Krishna is saying at this moment. Krishna introduced us to this wisdom of Krishna or the knowledge of Krishna's existence. He says he is birthless, he is the one before all the gods, before all the rishis. He is the origin of everybody, he is the one, he is the cause. And when you recognize or become conscious of the divine, you are liberated, you are free. It's a simple thing. We saw. Why does that help? Because if you become conscious, you will not do acts of unconsciousness, isn't it? As simple as that. Most of the sin in the world, which is proliferating, is because of unconscious acts. Yes, Vijumaji wants to add something?
No, I was also thinking the same thing. The sages and gods, they don't know their origin. And
Yes,
everybody has originated from him, all gods and sages.
yes,
That's
yes. Everything that
yeah,
is fine and
yeah,
perfect and good,
yeah.
all that is good. Everything has originated from the divine, and it's
Divine.
but obvious for we all remember only what we know after the, say, some of us have very good memories. We may remember things after the age of, say, 2 or 3 years, or maybe two, or I don't know. I've not seen anybody who is able to recollect things before two, but before that, before I was born, say 1990, I was born. Before 1990, nothing was there. No, so many things. The world was there. It was always there. I only came into existence, so by default, I will know only things what came after me. So these rishis, these devas, all of them came after the supreme Parabrahma, and hence they don't have that full knowledge. They have not received it. Let us see next shloka. We continue with the fourth shloka of the 10th adhyaya. Krishna says, Buddhir jnana sammohaha, shama satyam, damah shamaha, sukham dukkham, bhavo bhavo, bhayam cha bhaya, meva cha. Knowledge, intelligence, and a clarity bereft of pretenses, forgiveness, truth, and a control over mind and senses, joy and sorrow, creation and destruction, the state of being fearless, and also fierce sensation.
Sushruti,
So,
apologies for disturbing you. We had stopped at 2. We finished off at 2. So you
No,
just skipped
three.
3?
No,
no,
three.
we
We
did,
have
we
finished.
did third shloka. We had
We
done the
finished
third
the
shloka.
three.
Yeah,
I
it is
must have
like.
gone unconscious at that point. Sorry.
No, 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 that's fine.
Sorry. Sorry.
We just no
Apologies.
problem. Ji. So Like in the third shloka, it was said that asammoda samartyesho sarva papai pramuchyate. The very knowledge of the divine will liberate a person from sins. And
Yes.
we just discussed why does that happen is the same thing that when you become conscious of the divine, you are automatic. The first thing is if you are only thinking of desire-based thoughts, I don't think you will have any time for the divine. No? The
True.
only time you'll turn to the divine is when you have learned that there are things which are not satisfying my desire. These desires are endless and they only leave me restless. It's time to move on. It's time to move elsewhere in search of the truth. That is that time only you will go. So but when you if you can conversely recognize the divine as the overlord, you become free. So anyway, let us continue. We saw the fourth shloka and now we go to the fifth one. We'll look at both of them in tandem because they are connected. The shloka number 4 and 5. Ahimsa samata तुष्टिः तपोदानं यशो यशः भवन्ति भावा भूतानां मत्त एव पृथक् विधाः. Knowledge, intelligence, and a clarity bereft of pretenses. Forgiveness, truth, and a control over mind and senses. Joy and sorrow, creation and destruction, the state of being fearless, and also fierce sensation. Also equanimity, contentment, charity, non-violence, fame, infamy, and austerity. They are all but manifestations arising from me alone, all objective qualities of my own. So Krishna is talking about qualities, and he is saying that these qualities have been born from the divine. How does the quality get born? I mean, quality is like very it's like an abstract concept, isn't it? But Krishna is saying they have come from me. How is a quality related to the divinity? Anybody? Is there a link between qualities and divinities? And this is just a Krishna has suddenly put a very big, wide array of qualities, and he says these are all which have originated from me. What could be the logic here? Anyone?
He's already said that everything, light, dark, good, bad, every opposite, it's all from me.
Yeah.
And therefore, this is also part of it.
Okay, but then what is the logic? Why does he have to share qualities? He just say, I'm everywhere, I'm everything. Why does he specifically talk about qualities?
He is
These are,
perfection. And from perfection, I mean, we are all lesser forms of that perfection. So we will have the good as well as the bad qualities. I mean, that could be an
Okay.
interpretation.
Okay, so that is one interesting. Okay, yes. So Vinataji has said that these we are basically a combination of several qualities which are perfect, ideal, and non-ideal. Aditi is adding something? Yes,
Yeah,
please.
I was saying that like these qualities are sattvic qualities which are nearer to the divine than the other states.
Okay, this is interesting. So the qualities are nearer to the divine.
If we can,
If we can, so maybe they can become like a means for
stepping.
us to go closer
Yeah,
to the divine.
yeah, yeah.
That is what Aditi is saying. Anybody agrees to what Aditi ji is saying that qualities can become like through qualities, we can go closer to the divine. I mean, how is that? How do we use these like a ladder? Anyone?
it is a ladder, isn't it? One
Yes.
recognizes it is a ladder of sorts. One recognizes one's qualities, good or bad. If it's bad, then you try to change it. And that's
Okay.
one step forward. So it's going upwards.
Okay. So they can serve as a connecting link. I think we must all have heard this mantras, no? During the especially Navaratri they are chanted. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shanti Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Again, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shanti Rupena, then Shakti Rupena Sanstita, Krishna Rupena Sanstita. Again, so many such qualities. And then we say Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Meaning my eyes, they cannot see what is there beyond the visual range. What is in the infrared region, I can't perceive. What is in the ultraviolet, I can't again see that because I can only understand or perceive whatever I know. Plus, I am biased by my thoughts. Plus, I am biased by my past experiences. I am biased by so many sanskaras. I can't recognize the Devi, but I can feel the presence of the Devi through the qualities. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Sanstita, meaning oh, through Shakti. When you see Shivaji, you remember Jai Bhavani. Because Ma Bhavani's talwar is there in his, he is the symbol of that force. So qualities look like I think very perfectly illustrating what Aditi ji just shared. It is about qualities being as means for us to go closer to the divine. The mother of Sri Aurobindo Ashram has a beautiful symbol. It is like a flower. There are four petals in the center, and then there are 12 petals surrounding those four petals. Each has been given a different color. If we see the first four petals, they are referring to the four Devis Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Maheshwari, and Mahasaraswati. And the 12 petals surrounding are all the outer qualities. Each you can connect with the quality that you like or the quality which is closest to you. Sometimes you need courage, isn't it, in life? So connect with courage and again understand the divine working. That is what we can probably look at. We will continue now, but probably this could be a reason why Krishna pointed out suddenly all the qualities because even in that mantra it is Sarva Bhuteshu. Means among all the people in the living, how do you recognize? Because it's important, isn't it? When we are not discarding the world, are we saying this world is only Maya? Sab Maya hai, bye bye. We are not doing that. We are embracing the world, we are using the world as a means for our sadhana and our means for our growth. So in the world, we have to identify divinity. The first thing we will identify in divinity is qualities. Let us see just once more all the qualities which Krishna has told here. Knowledge. Knowledge is absolutely the most supreme. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram na vidyati. Nothing purer than knowledge. So that is there. Intelligence. Yes, buddhi also. Isn't it? We can see somebody and we can say, oh wow, this person's buddhi indicates to me that Ma Saraswati's Ashirwad is there on this person. Right, right. This is Ma Saraswati's blessing. Lata Mangeshkar ji was called, late Lata Mangeshkar ji was called Gana Saraswati because her voice had got the touch and blessing of Ma Saraswati only. So, like that. And a clarity bereft of pretenses. Without all the outer pretenses, this clarity or viveka, which is this, sat, asat, vivek, buddhi, ability to discriminate what is right and wrong. Our Dhritarashtra was blind because he lost that ability, not because he could not see. Because of attachments, he was not able to discriminate what is right from wrong. He could not find out. He could not even see how wrong Duryodhana was. So that is important again. The clarity is a very important quality. Forgiveness. To err is human. To forgive is divine. This is very good as long as we don't use it as a shield to remain erring all the time. But forgiving, is it easy to forgive? Is my big question.
Sorry, what was that?
Is it easy to forgive?
Yes.
No,
No, isn't
Yes.
not
it?
really.
It is
It's easy
easier to forgive, but not have the relation the way it was before.
How I didn't get you, Ji, Aditi Ji.
I
What
was
was the context?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm saying that it is easier to forgive and move on, but not have mend the relationship the way it was before.
No, now forgiving and mending relationships are totally different things.
Okay.
Isn't it
But
also drawing boundaries that we can forgive somebody but have boundaries with them after that?
means forgiving is not forgetting, no? We
I would
cannot
Forgiving
forgive.
is just forgiving.
Yes.
And
Yes,
I
but
would say
forgiving is sometimes we have to become. Yes, Anjali ji is saying something. Okay. Yes, please.
Forgiving, of course, is easy because forgiving is voluntary. But forgetting is not easy because even if you want to, there are some things you can't forget.
I know, and sometimes we should not forget also. If we, Bharat has had a very horrible history of invaders, isn't it? Should we forget that and disconnect from our root? We cannot. We have to remember that because if we are disconnected from. Yes, Pankaj wants to say something. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, true meaning of forgiveness should be the acceptance. I mean,
Acceptance.
once you
Yes.
forgive somebody,
Uh,
and if you still, is there still disconnect, then that's not a forgiveness. But
yes.
it's
Yes.
very difficult to do. I mean, we hold it to our heart, whatever, due to our ego or whatever, love
Because
or.
yes, if we do not forgive, we cannot move on. Not in life, also, not also on the spiritual path. Meaning, somebody very close to you has betrayed you. I mean, it is very difficult to even accept the feeling of betrayal. I think those times it's better, no, to forgive yourself for getting betrayed and at least try to move on. Yes, this is truth. I got betrayed. This person has betrayed me. There is very nice saying when your dearest person betrays, a very beautiful Hindi phrase. मेरी नाकामियों की कोई और वजह ढूंढ लो क्या कहूँ धोखा दिया तुमने why should what can I say you betrayed me to whom will you say to the dearest person what is the use of saying that
Yeah,
instead to yourself if you
yeah.
can forgive yourself so forgiveness is something which is necessary yes Shashiji
I just wanted to say forgiveness, it's just not just forgive a person, it's you can forgive a person but not the act. You become
yeah
conscious of
yes yes
that.
yes
Plus, you can forgive and move on. The
yeah
idea is a lesson learned. You should not
yes
forget.
yes it is connected with acceptance so the acceptance part
Yes.
this has happened yes I fell on my face because I didn't treat that individual right. I accept it and now I can move on. Otherwise, every time you will keep having that. So that is another nice quality which Krishna is talking about. Well,
Or in
forgiving, that is
fact,
it.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
one more point. In fact,
Yes, sir.
these betrayals from close people, I think they also
Hmm.
give you a bhavana of virakti,
Yeah,
detachment. मतलब
yeah.
यार ये सब होता है.
Absolutely. Yes, yes. Vairagya. How else are we
Yeah,
going to get experience of Vairagya in life?
exactly.
We
So,
will not experience Vairagya every time because we are always attached. We are attached. So these betrayals, sometimes we can say, wow, this was a
yeah,
big punch. I'm still reeling from that. All right. It's okay. I'm going to learn to, like somebody gives a punch in the solar plexus. First reaction is you lose everything. You lose your energy to even breathe. You're not able to do anything.
yeah.
So first trying to catch your breath and then, okay, I got it. I got punched. Now I need to get up. I need to get up and move. So yes, but one important thing is it is important to forgive and forgive yourself also at times. Yes, I was wrong. I accept I was wrong, but now I need to understand that I'm human. That is why I've made mistakes. I acknowledge my mistake. I forgive myself for making that mistake, but I will not repeat them again. Let me move on. So that's one important quality. Truth. Truth is another important thing. Satyameva jayate. It is a truth. Truth is your shield. It is. It can protect you. It can give you. The entire world may go against you, but if you are standing by the truth, you are not going to be crushed at all. People have gone through really great incarcerations. People have been prisoned for crimes they did not do for what, 10 years, 20 years also. And yet, what is the light? Because they say, I know that I was not wrong. I know that I did not do a crime. And somehow, despite all the odds, they rise afterwards also. And that truth is something which is very powerful. So, that is one more thing. Then, control over mind and senses. This is there in the Gita everywhere. Krishna is saying again that is this ability to control your mind and your senses. Sometimes we are plagued by our doubts. That's the trick of the mind, isn't it? Senses also sometimes lead us astray. Today I just met one very senior sadhak. He himself admitted and he said, Now have become very senior and old. Now my emotional being is no more in my control. My emotional being comes in front and I start getting tears very easily. And so I went and met one senior, one more his senior who is another 10 years older to him. And he told him certain things and he said he gave me enough strength to control my mind. His words give me the strength to control because ability to control the mind and senses, it's not very easy. There are moments where we lose control, but again, being able to come back, that is important because that will allow us to move ahead. Joy and sorrow, understanding both have their roles. I think as Pankaj just shared, isn't it? Betrayals also are great teachers, great gurus who will teach you what Vairagya is. You go attend somebody's lecture, he'll talk for what, 1 hour, he'll talk for 50 hours or 80 hours of your life. He will take 80 hours out of your life, but you may not experience what Vairagya is. One moment of betrayal will teach you, will give you the opportunity to learn what Vairagya is. So, understanding sorrow also has its part, joy also has its part in life. Understanding from both creation and destruction. This is also, it is like you will get a chance to experience what Shiva has experienced, isn't it? The Srishti is Nirmana and the destruction. What is Pralaya? Creation and destruction, treating both of them as oneness, with oneness. You sometimes build great projects, and then sometimes you have to watch them dismantle on their own without you have no other option but to watch it. It's very difficult, isn't it? But when you realize that for a new creation, the old has to be destroyed, yes or no?
Yes. Have to make
That is
room.
something which is, yes, for making room for something else. So understanding it, that creation also is something brilliant, destruction also. Maybe I may lose my what status I'm having right now. It's all right. I may have fallen down, but that is also for rising again. If you can understand that, that's again a great balance. The state of being fearless. Again, in the Gita, we will come across something called Devi Guna or the divine qualities. Krishna is going to teach. There, we will see the first word, Ab- Abhayam, fearlessness. Jako Rakhe Saya Mar Sake na Koi. When God is for you, who can be against you? That feeling of full confidence and fearlessness can come when? When you have full faith, full strength in the divine. But also, Krishna is saying fear sensation. That is also part of, means that's the exact opposite, isn't it? Fearlessness is also a part, but fear
Yes.
sensation also. Should we not have fear sensation?
Good.
We should have.
We should be wary, isn't it? It should be like a cautious fear, like that of a deer in the jungle, no? Alert. Alert
Yes.
from which side the attack may come. You cannot become too confident because in the fearlessness, people say, now nothing can happen to me. So many people I've seen, I am now connected with my Aradhya or I am connected with my Guru. Now I don't need to worry, everything the divine will take. And Ahankar comes in, isn't it? From nowhere. Some other forces enter from him. So you have to be alert. I cannot say, now say I'm taking Gita workshop. Is that a guarantee for me that I will have a kavach of protection that I should not wear helmet while driving my bike to work?
No.
Will you advise anybody will advise me? No, 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 you are taking Gita, your head is going to be protected by Gita shlokas. No, isn't it? I have to be alert that my body is having so many limitations. If a vehicle comes right in my path, I'm not going to be protected. I need to take care of myself. I have to be alert. There's something called being adventurous, being foolhardy. That is absolutely the other thing. So we have to understand that there's a big line between the two. We have to be aware of it. So that is also part of the divine. Also, equanimity. Equanimity is yoga. Samatvam yoga muchyate. Samatvam yoga uchyate is what Krishna is saying. Because where you lose samatha, you lose your balance, you lose your equanimity, you lose your sadhana also. Somebody who is just frustrated 1 minute and next minute extremely calm. You can understand that person is just probably having bipolar only. not really understood what is the real meaning. Of course, I'm not a doctor to make that diagnosis, but the samatha which is there, and that should remain at all times. You should choose when your voice should raise, not some situation which is going to control you at all times. So that's important. Containment, charity is next. So contentment we all know, isn't it?
Yes.
Santosha eva purushasya param nidhanam. If you are able to become content, you are the blissful one on earth, under the skies. From the mountain to the seas, anybody who is contented, that person is totally free. Real Jivan Mukta, not going to be bothered by anything else. Because whatever is God, it is recognized as a blessing of the divine, and that person is blissful. Charity, this is important. Dana is required, a part of our life. What is charity? Is it only giving wealth?
No, it's
Your time also.
Yes, one at a time, please. Viju Maji is saying something. I'll come to Shashiji
Your,
next.
your time also. Charity means your time also you can spend for somebody else, you know. In a
Okay,
good
okay,
way.
that's
If
interesting.
somebody is
Yes.
blind, you can read something for him.
Somebody's?
If a person is blind,
Huh.
and you know, if you do some reading for him, if he wants
Okay,
to
that
hear,
is also
that is
checked.
also
Okay,
charity.
okay, great. Yes, yes, Maji. Yes, Shashi Maji was sharing something. Yes, ma'am.
I was just saying charity is not just giving, it's in thoughts and deeds and actions.
Actions
It
also.
covers a
Yes,
lot of
yes.
things.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So, but that should be a part of our life. That is one thing. Later on in the Gita also we will see. So let us all engage in that in some form or the other. Sometimes an empathetic smile and reaching out to somebody also at one time can become the biggest charity.
Yes.
If somebody is in most worst situation and at that time a single word of support, if we can give that, it's really brilliant. Students can study hard, share what you understand with friends. That only becomes your charity. That becomes a great dana. Great karmas which you are doing for the betterment of the world. Let that become the dana. Let your life only become the dana. Then there's a nice shloka in Sanskrit. Chit Kalyanam Hridaye Nityam Sevya Seva Sevakarahitam. So in your heart, if you're focusing on Chit Kalyanam, eternally, Nitya, Chit Kalyanam Hridaye Nityam Sevya Seva Sevakarahitam Praptam Paramapadam Siddham Sahaja Sukham. It will come so easily. The Sukha will come so easily. And who is giving the help and who is receiving the help, that line also will disappear. You will just be focusing on purifying your heart eternally. And there is no end to that purification. The experience of life becomes, it's like a blossoming of a lotus. So that is something else Krishna is talking about. Then comes ahimsa. Now, this is a very funny thing. How is Krishna teaching ahimsa to Arjuna in the middle of the battlefield? What could be the meaning of this ahimsa? Krishna, a lot of people have misinterpreted this ahimsa. They say somebody slaps you this side, show the other cheek, gets slapped. What? We're going to get punches after that. That is not something Krishna is talking about. But why is he telling ahimsa here? Anybody?
Is it that
It's not
Yeah, anybody. Yes, please. Anyone.
all about ahimsa is not just a physical thing. It's
Yeah.
also in the head, thought wise as well, not to think bad thoughts about
Okay.
somebody. That is also
I
because
have to I
thoughts are
have to
very
slay
powerful.
Duryodhana. I have to slay Duryodhana. Is this a thought of ahimsa or is this himsa?
no, it has to come from the intent. It is killing for dharma is one thing. It's coming from
Yeah.
the space where, okay, this is my job, it's a duty assigned that I have to do. One is like, okay, I will kill you, and it is that coming from a violent space is different. I
Okay,
don't know,
it
maybe
should
that's
not have
how.
hatred. Maybe the element of hatred and dvesha, if that should not be there, isn't it?
Yes,
Meaning,
that's what I mean to say.
means they like a doctor doing a surgery and killing so many cancerous cells. We don't call it a himsa at all, isn't it?
For
We
that
call it
matter, even
nidana.
like sometimes, I mean, what some if somebody is scolding us, it is a kind thing that they have scolded, or like sometimes
Ah,
some
the way
teachers,
it's a matter.
there is a
It's a
way
matter
the
of
teacher
the,
scolds. I mean, I think because sometimes they get very spiteful, and the student also catches that emotion.
yes,
अरे
yes.
मेरे
The
को
student
नहीं पता था
understands,
this
isn't
thing.
it? Where
So
is there? Yes, yes. It can become most violent also. Verbal abuse, they call it, isn't it? There's a difference
yes,
between verbal abuse and again corrective,
reprimand,
interventions.
corrective reprimand
Yes,
that can
corrective
be.
reprimand. That is different. So yes, so the himsa is the angle which you add to your actions. Sarjana was expected to be a warrior practicing ahimsa. He was expected to be a warrior who was not going to have a bloodlust as he enters into the battle, killing people. Imagine a soldier suddenly getting, you know, uh, trigger friendly while slaying terrorists. That one, then there will be civilian casualties also, and that person will not mind. So this is important. Ahimsa is important. And this is important because even Krishna tried his best to prevent the war, isn't it? All his efforts were for preventing the war. So many ways he tried. He went, he reached out, he said, let's avoid this because there is no truth in violence at all. So always aspire for non-violence. That is what Gita teaches us. That is what Krishna is teaching Arjuna. But at the same time, Krishna is also told in the very start, Klaibyam Masmaga Mahapatha. Don't become impotent in action. Do not forget your duty. So while non-violence, yes, but this is important. Let's continue. Fame, infamy, and austerity. All these are all parts or qualities which we can probably try to understand. Fame also sometimes gets into the head. So understand that Kirti is not mine. This Yasha which I am receiving is again the divine's grateful. Naham Karta, Harihi Karta. That's easy, isn't it? Same way, notoriety also. You have not done anything wrong, and yet you become the recipient of the worst criticisms in the world. You might wonder, what did I do wrong? Hey Bhagwan, what did I do wrong? It's all right. Look at that also. It's what we can say with a little bit of a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper. Look at it. It's all right. It's all right. These are all experiences which are originating from the divine only. And austerity also. Austerity is something we must follow in life. We shouldn't just be spendthrifts. Spendthrift does not only mean money, resources, your energies also. If you are conserving your energies, you're having more energy saved, and more energy saved equals more energies available for the divine work. So, austerity is also important. Whatever time we have on earth is limited. Let's conserve our energies. So these are all qualities. In just two shlokas, Krishna is giving us a set of qualities which are all connected with the divine in this world. Probably one of the reasons he is talking about this is maybe he is wanting Arjuna to now come back onto the earth and focus in the world. That is his kshetra, the field where he has to perform his karma, perform his duty. He's wanting him to become conscious of that. Maharshayah sapta purve chatvaro manavastatha madbhava manasa jata yesham loka imaha prajaha. The heavenly Saptarishis, the seven sages, as well as the four Manus of the ancient ages, they are but creations of my impulses mental, and from them arose all living beings in the physical. So the legendary Saptarishis, as well as the four Manus, all of them, Krishna is saying, they have been originated only by the impulse of the divine, by the will of the divine. I am one, let me become many, is the Mahavakya of the Upanishads. Ekoham bahusyami. And that I am one, let me become many. And that is how the manifestation took place. This also indicates that all living beings have been born from that divinity only, isn't it? Or only those people living in this street who are this street, everybody is following Sanatan Dharma, so they only came from the divine. Everybody else were born from devil, is it? Is that what Krishna is saying here? A lot of cults say, no, you don't follow this cult, so that means you are now a devil worshipper. You are not following my God. You are not following this principle which my religion is saying. So others are all horrible. What is Krishna talking about here is something we must recognize, isn't it? All of us are products of the divine. We are born of that divinity. Amritasya putra vayam or Rishi putra vayam. Is there a jati Krishna is talking about? Which is selectively only this jati is supposed to be from the divine. No, it's not. It's clear here. Clear as crystal. Krishna says here, Etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo vetti tattvataha savikampena yogena yujjate natra samshaya. He who understands my principles divine and knows this all-pervading truth that is mine, united in yoga with me, he becomes one. About this, there are doubts none. He who understands my principles divine, Krishna is saying this. And he understands this all-pervading truth, meaning it's pervading across all the places on earth, this truth of divinity. Such a person becomes one in yoga. He becomes one with me. There is no doubt about that. That is why Swami Vivekananda could go. He could go with a universal mind, isn't it? His thoughts were so well ahead of the people, but yet they resonated across so many people, across different cultures also. Because the divinity is omnipresent, it is everywhere, all pervading. Krishna goes on, he says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattaha sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhavam samanvitaha. I am the birth of all things that can exist to be, and their growth only proceeds through me. For I set their development into motion. Knowing this, the wise love me with the highest emotion. So I am the birth of every living thing, and everybody is growing, flourishing only by the grace of the divine. It is I who set their development into motion, and the wise recognize this. And that is why they keep singing praises, stutis. Can anybody count the number of stutis that have been made for the divine? How many people? That many wise people, that many thousand stutis. Each each form of the divine has almost got a Sahasranama, isn't it?
Yeah.
So many praises, so many qualities, so many descriptions. Because the wise just love the divine, they recognize the beauty of the divine. How beautiful you are, how great, how glorious, how majestic, how wonderful. All such adjectives, whatever man can describe, he is offering it to the divine because it is that love that flows from the heart. Love and adoration, they flow together for the divine. Krishna goes on, Madchitta Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Kathayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. So what happens then when you start adoring? What happens when you love somebody? Anybody? What happens to your dialogues when you start loving and adoring somebody?
Fear comes in,
Yes,
I
Ji?
would say. Fear comes in.
Fear comes in. Fear about?
Like how parents love us, they have some fear, isko problem nahi, there should be no problem.
Okay, that's okay. But is it necessary for the fear to come in, Shwetaji?
No, not
Not
always.
required. It's not necessary,
No.
isn't it? But what
The
happens in your
purest form of
dialogues?
love has got logic also.
Yes, Ji?
I think the most purest form of love is being very logical.
Beyond, actually, it is beyond. It is divine love is said to be absolutely beyond logic. But yes, somebody else would like to add to what
You're
Shweta has
Yeah.
always
shared.
talking about
Can
that.
you
Your
repeat the question?
conversations, your
Okay,
conversations
yes.
are always about them. You're always talking about them.
You're always talking about them, is what Anjali ji is saying. Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
because
Aditi ji,
divine.
yes.
Sir, can you repeat the question again?
So what? Okay, I'll just come to you before that. I'll just go to Pankaj ji and let's see. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I think the dialogue, when you love somebody, the kind of dialogue, the quality of the dialogue, the softness of the dialogue,
हाँ
जो भाव है उसका,
yes,
वो
yes,
प्रेम से एकदम डूबा हुआ होता है. So that's
yes,
what it
yes.
is.
The
It's
prema
love.
rus comes in,
It's
and
all.
yes, yes, yes. So the question, Aditi ji, was what happens when you are in love? Your dialogues, what happens to your dialogues? Your it gets attribution is always there only, no? So same thing when you are in love with the divine, your dialogues are going to keep coming out. You are going to keep means, oh God did this, God did that. Imagine what will happen to poor Hiranyakashipu. What is this? Every time this person is talking about this only. Because that is not the fault of the person. The child or the seeker of the divine has now found the love of the divine. So at every point there will be attribution only. Every dialogue will go there. That's what Krishna is saying. Because with their consciousness flooded with that of mine, with their lives surrendered completely to the divine, with me only in their dialogues, they go around. Contentment and joy only in their lives can be found. So what happens there? They're already content because they have got that. They've got that because this purest love is actually where you have already recognized, isn't it? It is not you've recognized that you are in love with the divine. Now what do you want? Should Krishna give me Indraloka with some extra special facilities and amenities? My favorite chocolates and all the other food items must be delivered. Then only I will feel trupta. No, isn't it? The love for the divine should be enough. It is always a one directional thing, purest love, and you offer to the divine, you are going to just keep whether or not you get something in return. That really does not matter to you. So your dialogues are like that, but contentment also enters into your life. You become blissful, you become free from every other trouble. There's only joy. Everything is joyous at that moment. That is what Krishna is talking about. Krishna goes on, Tesham sadatayuktanam bhajatam purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayanti te. This is a beautiful shloka. This is one of the most powerful shlokas of the Gita. If you can just understand the power of love, it is here. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. For those people who are satata yukta, meaning always in connection with the divine. No, there's no time that out of network coverage, low signal. No, divine signal is strong at all times, whether I'm successful or I'm failing. Most difficult moment of my life, I may be facing life and death matter also in front of me, and yet the connection with the divine has never gone down. So, which network is being used for this very strong network, for this strong connection? Where you're having no signal loss at all. This is the network. Network is Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. This network is the network of love when you're connected and adoring the divine with love at all times. What happens to them? Krishna says, Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yena Mamapayanti Te. To those yearning for a constant state of union with the purest intensity, seeking my communion. To them, I give yoga's understanding that sets them apart and unites them with me, and they never again part. So, Krishna says this. He will grant the wisdom also. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. ठीक है my top story is khali, no problem. But I love the divine. It's all right. It's okay. It doesn't matter. It is not a problem. He will grant the wisdom. I think the Totakacharya's story is that only for us, an experience of how Giri became Totakacharya. It was the grace, isn't it? The grace of the divine through his guru. He got the blessing, he got the wisdom. In sadhana, also, when people walk on the path, unknown faculties develop inside of them. Faculties which are latent, faculties which are dormant, or faculties which never existed, also. Because the divine is the master of all the qualities. He is the one. He has the right, he knows the right key, how to turn the right key to manifest something. A barren land will suddenly become copious by the grace of the divine. It is something like that. Individuals also. Krishna says, I shall grant the wisdom. I shall give the knowledge. And what happens to these people who get the wisdom from the divine? It's like
They
the
become
brand,
one
no?
with him.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
I
Yashiji?
said they become one with him.
Yes, they become one with him, and then in the divine make is there, no? Which industry has manufactured that stamp is always there, no? Some countries, made in this country means horrible. This piece of will get damaged immediately. But sometimes this country is known, so something like that. The brand of Krishna comes in, the stamp of Krishna is there on that individual. That will grant that uniqueness to the individual as well. That will make that uniqueness of the divine enters into that person. That person is never apart. That is what Krishna is saying. For me, reading this shloka was so brilliant and so good for me because I was like, wow, there is scope. There is scope for people like me also, is what I felt when I first saw the shloka. Because I remembered I was reading so many books and I was not understanding anything. Nothing entering my head. I was like, what kind of barren land is there inside my head? But here Krishna says, yes, if you are sincere, if your Shraddha is there, if you are loving the divine, He will give you the knowledge. Things which were not, I was not able to understand anything. I was reading Shervinda for the first time. I never thought I'll be able. Now also, I don't say I understand all of it. There are still some books which I'm hesitating to touch. It's almost like it's written, keep distance, Sushrut. Not yet. So I'm waiting for that time. But the fact that I could even read sentences completely was itself a miracle for me because they were little difficult. But I would say grace of my guru, grace of the Kala, grace of the time as things went ahead, things have changed a bit now. I can read some of these beautiful works. I would say this is the blessing of the divine which comes. We have to offer, we don't need to worry about it. About Shervindo's this life divine or Shervindo's Savitri, it is said that because Shervindo's Savitri is something which is even the most intelligent people in the world will not try to wrestle with because that is having so many symbolisms, so many occult experiences packed behind the words. But what to do? Some of the Shishyas had asked the mother only, what is this? He is written like this in English, and that too is so high, and I don't know. She had given a beautiful advice. She said, just read it sincerely. Read it sincerely. Brain cells will develop to understand. And how many people have just by reading without understanding also started slowly, slowly coming closer to understanding things. That is exactly how Krishna is talking about here in this shloka. He says, I give them the yoga's understanding. Then that sets them apart because now graduated from this university. Stamp has come. So immediately brand value is there, isn't it? So like that Krishna stamp is put onto that individual. And then they know, they experience, and most importantly, they are never apart, they are never away from Krishna. That is the experience. Krishna goes on because this is a beautiful aspect. He says, Tesham evanukampartham aham ajnanajam tamaha nashayami atmabhavastho jnanadipena bhasvata. Krishna says, for them my compassion begins to stem. It's like the Abhaya Hasta of Krishna comes up and the Ashirvad flows to that individual. Krishna watches those efforts and he grants that. For them my compassion begins to stem. From where does it come? From within the self that resides within them. The lamp of knowledge within them I ignite, and the ignorance of darkness disappears by my light. So Krishna says this. He says, the lamp of knowledge within them I ignite, and ignorance of darkness disappears by my light. My light will ensure ignorance disappears. We know that wonderful mantra, isn't it? Asatoma Sadgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityormam Amritam Gamaya. To that moment, that is the moment towards the highest consciousness. How many of us light lamps in front of our Aradhya? Yes, okay. I think Shashiji has shared, Pankaj has raised, Aditiji also. Everybody whose video feeds are turned on and whose video feeds are turned off. Maybe you have raised, but I have not seen your hands. So all of us do that. Why do we light it? Anybody? Why do we light the lamp? Yes, sir. Okay, Pankaj
Uh,
and then we go to
yeah,
Shashiji. Yes, sir.
we light lamp to concentrate our mind,
Okay, one is to concentrate on our
our
mind.
mind,
Okay.
so that we can focus better on the
Okay.
God or whatever stuti we are doing.
Okay. Yes, Shashimaji, what were you saying?
I light the lamp as a witness to my prayers, to my thinking of him.
Okay. Okay. So I think this is for as a witness, as Sakshi. The lamp is a Sakshi, isn't it? The lamp is going to, and the Agni of the lamp is playing the role of conveying our prayers to the divine, as it said in the Rig Veda. Agni is the Purohit. Agni mire Purohitam Yajnasam Devaratvacham. And Hotaram Ratnadhatam. He is the bringer of all the Ratnas and all the qualities of all the hero qualities inside of the seeker. So, okay, that is again a witness. No, we all do it sincerely with the aspiration of raising our consciousness and connecting with the divine, like moving like the flame only upwards. But how cool is this that Krishna is saying he will come and light the lamp inside of our hearts? He says, see, when you've done all your deeds right, you're doing everything sincerely, and your love is so you know, it is so pure, offered to the divine. Here he says, I will come and light that, well, I will light that lamp. Jnana Dipena Bhasvata, the lamp of knowledge. That lamp of knowledge will be lit by Krishna himself. How beautiful is that? Well, if it is to be experienced, I think we need to start with the Shraddha only. Our bhakti has to become firm. And the simplest way is we have to love the divine completely, truly, without any reservation. How do we love is the biggest question. Do we need to go to some university on learning how to love? Do we need programs? Do we need courses? Our heart knows, isn't it? So we have to experience that. It has to come from us, and we have to learn by being truthful first to ourselves. If we are not truthful to ourselves, we'll never learn how to love the divine at all. So first, all these little qualities which are told, we have to become true. Just look at the shlokas 4 and 5. These two shlokas of this adhyay, they can allow you to teach you how it is to love the divine, because Krishna says when you love the divine so truly, you don't have to worry about lighting the lamps. I'm going to come and light the lamps. You will not even know inside of you. I'm going to be doing it daily and regularly for because it is for you that my love and compassion starts, overflowing. Because it's not easy. It is not easy to let go of your detachments and love the divine. And if you're able to do that, you are an exalted soul. And Krishna says, yes, a salute from him. He comes and he gives you all that is needed for you to go ahead. Now, Arjuna has something to speak. Arjuna Uvacha, Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhavan, Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhum. Arjuna said, thou art the immaculate Brahman Supreme. Thou art the permanent one of the highest esteem. Thou art the divine Purusha, the supernal God, unbound. Thou art the all-pervading Lord. So it looks like Arjuna is become a poet right now. He's doing a stuti of Krishna. He says, "You are the immaculate Brahman. You are the permanent one. Your esteem is absolutely highest. You are the divine Purusha, the supreme one, unborn. You are the all-pervading. I recognize you," is what he's saying. Ahus, yes. Ahustvam Rishayah Sarve Devarshi Naradastatha Asito Devalo Vyasaha Swayam Chaiva Bravishime. This, the wisest of sages have thus said, when thy words they have sought to spread. Narada, Asita, Devala and Vyasa, the seers have portrayed, and O Lord, thou hast to me explained. Did Arjuna suddenly get some messages? I don't think he had any devices like we have in mobile phones. So, no sudden messages from Narada, Asita, Vyasa. How is he suddenly recollecting? Did he see them suddenly right now? Or it was something he had seen before? These rishis he's talking about.
He'd
Yes, he
seen
had
it
seen them.
before.
He had seen them before, and yet he was not able to remember them before when he was questioning Krishna. That time it looked like he said he didn't even believe what Krishna was saying. Now he says, see, oh, Narada has said so much good about you. So has Asita, so has Devala, so has Vyasa. All the wise they have said, and they have sought to spread the glory of your great deeds everywhere. That is what he's saying. Sarvametat dhrutam manye yanma vadasi keshava nahite bhagavan vyaktim vidur devan danava. Whatever it is that is spoken by thee for my mind, that is only the truth that can be. But, O Lord gracious, neither God nor Titan about thy manifestations can they enlighten. It's almost, hey Bhagwan, what has happened to Arjuna? The Arjuna that we knew, he used to ask so many questions. Suddenly he is now saying this. He's saying, whatever you speak, O Krishna, for my mind, that only is Satya. Read second Adhyay, third Adhyay, fourth Adhyay, fifth Adhyay, everything Krishna is saying, is I can understand nothing. Krishna, don't lie. Krishna, how can I believe that you told this to this? All these were the type of questions. Suddenly the soul of Arjuna has changed. Let us look at the next shloka and then we'll just pause here. We'll pause in the 15th shloka. Swayam evatmanatmanam vetha tvam purushottama bhuta bhavana bhutesha deva deva jagatpate. The stuti is not stopping only. Shloka after shloka Arjuna is giving. It says, O greatest supreme one, it is only thee who knows thyself completely. For all creations and beings, thou art the Lord, overlord of the world, even for the gods, thou art the God. He says, Deva, Deva Jagatpateri, what people, what rishis, what great beings. Very for the Devas only you are the Deva, he says. You are the greatest supreme one. Who can know you? Only you can know yourself. Nobody else can know you, is what he's saying. For all creations, you are the beginning, you are the overlord, even for all the gods. My question is, Arjuna has changed so much right now. Earlier, he was not believing Krishna only, and now he is doing such a big stuti.
Please, Krishna.
My question is, can we believe Arjuna right now?
Yeah, he's come up
Yeah,
in leaps and
okay.
bounds.
But I mean, many of you must be parents, isn't it, who have raised children. So when suddenly children start behaving in very good behavior, very nice behavior, what happens? What is your first reaction?
Yeah,
What are they
that's
up
something
to?
in mind to ask.
Yes, yes, Shashiji, yes.
We'll ask
I
them,
said,
what do you
what
want?
are they up to?
What are they up to? Okay, what are they up to? Shwetaji said, what do you want? Vijumaji, yes.
They want some favor from us.
They want some favor from us. Okay.
Or they're
So,
trying to cover up some mischief.
yes, Anjali ji? Yes, yes,
Or
ji?
they're trying to cover up some mischief
They're up to
that
some
they've
message.
done.
They have some covert plan. Some covert plan is there. That is why this is being used as a front, isn't it?
We are all speaking out of experience.
Everybody is speaking of experience. Everyone. That is what is important in life, isn't it? Practical experience that teaches us. So, based on our life experience, what do we decide about Arjuna? Suddenly, Arjuna he's a sincere person. We understand that. But suddenly, Arjuna is saying this. What do you think it could imply?
He is slowly realizing the truth.
Okay, but it's not like he has some plan like your children or maybe grandchildren. He's
No,
not.
there's no
No, okay.
plan
When
like
you
that.
say he is very good and he does not have any
Plan.
covert plan. Okay.
He is
Anybody?
he's matured, big enough.
Okay, he's matured and so he will not have any secret plan behind this
Plans.
up
No.
his sleeve.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he might want deeper understanding of ज्ञान or something better he want to know. Like इतना तो
Okay.
आपने बता दिया, लेकिन और क्या है,
So
so
he's trying to be his most
extract.
best
Yeah,
self because he wants something more from Krishna.
yeah.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. All right, we'll pause here because then we'll continue tomorrow. We can see because I think today is Thursday, isn't it? Yes, yes. So tomorrow we will have a session. So we will identify. Arjuna has not simply said all of this, though he could have done this stuti as a proper kavi without any expectation. Right now he has some expectation from Krishna. The cat will be out of the bag in two more shlokas. We will understand what is it that Arjuna wants. Why is he saying all of this? He's meaning all of it. We are not trying to say he is insincere, but because it is, I think, at the experience of parents, like so many have said. So my next question is, as a parent, what would you do if your child is behaving very, very good, and you know he's up to something, and the child tells you he wants that? What would you do?
Ask him directly what is the
We'll
mission
ask
behind this?
directly. Yeah,
What is
yes,
the
yes.
mission behind this?
And so, if the child is really worth deserving, you give it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let us see. Let us see what Krishna is going to take, if Arjuna is going to get what he deserves or not. Let us see. So, I think with this, we can conclude our session today. If anybody wishes to ask or share something, you are welcome to share anything you want to. Also, our takeaway points, we will look at that in the last. Anybody has any queries? No. All right, then. Some takeaway points that we can, for today, what can we take away home from the session today? Yes, please. Anybody? Any points?
Krishna is talking about the qualities
Huh?
and all the qualities like knowledge, intelligence, and clarity, and everything, forgiveness, truth, are all born from him.
Yeah, yeah. So, yes, Vijayamaji. So these qualities, if we don't have some qualities, can we cultivate them?
Yes, we can
Isn't
Yes.
it?
cultivate.
We can cultivate them. And
Yes.
the qualities can allow us to go closer to understanding the
And
divine or
once
becoming divine.
you get closer to divine, the qualities also will be developed in us.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, it's a two-way street. Yes, as you
Yes.
walk closer to the divine. Yes, most people who are most afraid and anxious suddenly become most
Cool.
brave and dhira like the rishis as they go closer and closer to the divine. So, yes, that is one aspect. So, qualities are there, as Krishna has told in the shlokas. We'll try to cultivate them and let them lead us closer to the divine. That is one. Any other takeaway?
Yeah, I think in one shloka he said that if you remember me continuously with
Huh.
immense love,
Yeah.
then I myself come and we give you
Yeah.
like yoga
Yes.
gyan.
Yes, yes, dadami buddhi
Tenth shloka.
yogam tam. So let's not
Yeah.
worry
Tenth
about
shloka.
our mental capacity, or sometimes, we see people with great abilities and sometimes we feel dwarfed. Ki, oh my God, this person has such great talent. I don't have anything. How do I do it? How do I proceed? How do I move ahead? I don't have this capacity. You don't have to worry about any of it. If you're loving the divine and sincerely offering all your efforts, it makes no difference for the divine, because divine says, I'll grant the wisdom, I'll grant the capacity
You
only to
can.
do
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So that is an important. Mean there is a hope, there is scope for everybody, everybody. Just because we don't have something does not mean we should dismiss the potential of manifesting it in us. The divine is the true manifester. We just have to be like what we can receptive for that. So that was one more point. Yes, please. Then any other points, or I think we can conclude after that. That's actually, and I think one very nice one Pankaj shared about betrayal being a great opportunity for a lesson of vairagya, or you said virakti, isn't it, sir?
Vairagya Virakti. Yeah.
Yes, for experiencing what vairagya and virakti is. So if you've got really betrayed by your closest friend, by your, say, mentor, or somebody you really care for, or from X, Y, Z, whomever it is, don't be too disappointed and think it's the end. It's like, okay, wow, Krishna has given me one lesson, experience of Vairagya. Because once you get Vairagya, you are again Trupta, Nitya Trupta. That is a state which will come once you get into Vairagya. And you have to probably remove those extra emotional baggages that you carry slowly. Then you become free. All wounds will heal after that. And you are free to go ahead. So, yes, that is one more. So I think with this, if nobody wants to add anything, let's conclude with the Shanti Mantra. Hari Om. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kasyit dukkha bhag bhavet. Hari Om Tat Sat. Krishna Mande Jagat Guru. And happy Gudi Padwa to everyone. Today is the New Year, Marathi New Year.
Yes. Yes.
Happy New Year.
Thank
Good
you.
Padwa to you
Thank
too.
you so much, and
Thank
Happy
you.
New
Hari
Year to
Om.
you
Whole
too.
Telugu New
Thank
Year
you.
as well. Ugadi. Happy
Thank you.
Ugadi,
Ugadi,
guys.
yeah.
Happy
Happy
Ugadi.
Ugadi
Yes,
to
happy
you.
Ugadi.
Hindu
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Hari Om.
Thank you,
Yes.
Ji.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hari
Bye
Om.
bye.
Thank you.
Hari Om.
Thank you.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari
Hari
Om.
Om.